Hello, everybody, and welcome to our latest installment of the America 250 Super Season. We're back to this project after playing out the Time Travel League playoffs, won by the Explorers, 4-3 over the Wings. And this go around, we are in the second week of regular season play. We are playing the Friday night game between the American Pioneers and the Great Lakes Sharks from Kaufman Stadium in Kansas City. The Great Lakes team is a combination of the Detroit Tigers, Cincinnati Reds, Cleveland Indians Guardians, and the Pittsburgh Pirates. The American team is a conflagration of players from the 19th century who will be doing their best. It'll be Jesse Tannehill against Charles Old Hoss Radbourne. As we play this game out, I will play as the American Pioneers and make minimal decisions. Let me just see. Yep, okay. It's been a while since I've been in this particular folder. And let me just see. The lineups look correct, as do the lineups for the Sharks. So let's play ball.
Pitching for American, Old Hoss, Radbourne.
Okay. We will note the rules changes in the America 250 Super Season that didn't apply to the Time Travel League. In our league, pitchers hit. And we have 25-man rosters, and each of the 12 teams has a pretty good pool of players to choose from. So let's first show you the lineup here for Great Lakes. It's going to be Cobb, Gehringer, Paul Wainer, Greenfield, Frank Robinson, who we saw a great deal in the Time Travel League playoffs, and Jim Thome, Alan Trammell, Johnny Bench, and Jesse Tannehill pitching. Hitting ninth, of course. And here's the American Heroes defensive lineup. Stovey, Stencil, Wright, your outfield. Lyons, Browning, Dunlop, and Orr, your infield. Radbourne is the pitcher, and Fred Carroll will be catching. So this is actually a night game. 64 degrees and calm skies on this Friday evening here in Kansas City. And let's show you what Radbourne has done so far. I think he has only had one start. Actually, he has pitched 2 games, so this will be his third. He, in both games, were 4-2 wins over Southwest. So with Ty Cobb up, we are ready to go. Oh, and we have fireworks right away, folks. Look at that. Cobb did not like getting called for a strike 3. He got nose-to-nose with the home plate umpire, and the home plate umpire just turned around and said, well, you're going to be disqualified. Go sit down. So that's it for Ty Cobb, who's going to play center. But they'll have to find a replacement center fielder for him. Charlie Gehringer up. Wow, what a way to start this game. Gehringer is hitting .205, a homer, 7 RBI, and OPS at .584. Up the middle, a base hit. Adding that at bat, we have Old Radbourne at 147, 2-0, a whip of .873, and opponents are hitting .169 off of him. Wow, what a way to get that game started. Paul Wainer in right field, .276, no homers, 4 RBI, OPS. He's been struggling a little bit at .599, but this is the 10th game for both teams. That's a base hit to right center going all the way to the wall. Wainer at second, Gehringer at third, who did not try to score. So Greenberg comes in and will play first base when he gets into the defensive lineup. He's hitting .200, only 1 for 5. Had 1 triple, OPS slightly better at 1156 than it should be. This is hit skyward to center. Stencil with the catch. Gehringer scores, and Wainer moves up to third, and it's 1-0 Great Lakes. Frank Robinson has struggled in the opening parts of this ASS 250 Super Season. I know what that spells, but that wasn't the intent. He's 2 for 26. He has 2 RBIs, a stolen base. OPS at a measly 244. Line drive right to Browning.
1 run, 2 hits, no errors. Great Lakes 1, American coming to bat.
So to solve the mystery we left you at, as they
Jesse
introduced Jesse
Tannehill.
Tannehill, who is 497, 1-0, 12 and 2/3 innings pitched, a whip of 1263. We'll show you his story in just a moment. Show you the lineup here for the American Pioneers. Browning, Lyon, Stencil, Orr, Stovey, Wright, Dunlop, Carroll, and Radbourne in the 9-hole. The defense for Great Lakes is going to be Robinson. Kaline is going to come in and step up for Ty Cobb. Paul Wayner in the right field. It's Tomey, Trammell, Geringer, Greenberg, a lot of Detroit Tigers and a Cleveland Indian. Johnny Bench at the backstop position, and Jesse Tannehill will be your pitcher. And let's show you Jesse's stats so far this season. Go to his game logs, and he pitched in a loss, 3 2/3 innings, 10-6 against Gotham, which is the New York team, Yankees, Mets, Brooklyn Dodgers, New York Giants. But got a 3-2 win, a complete game effort against Chicagoland, which is Cubs and White Sox, 3-2. So Pete Browning will lead us off. He's hitting 200, 2 for 10, a homer, 3 RBI, and an OPS at 773. No stolen bases. That's going to be a bunt, but a foul ball. And the count goes 0-2 to Pete Browning. We're going to also pitch Geringer to Greenberg for the first out. Denny Lyons, 0 for 1 so far this season. Hasn't seen a lot of ABs. Up the middle, but a line drive catch by Al Kaline in center. That brings up Jake Stencil, who has started 2 for 20, 100. And just has those 2 hits. His OPS is a minuscule 317. Oh, it hit him. So look, here comes Dave Orr, 9 for 36, 250, 5 doubles, a homer, 6 RBI, and an OPS at 722. Oh, and the throw to first does not get Stencil. Stencil's a good runner. But I don't want to send him here with 2 out. That's a fly to Robinson, who comes in, makes a super play to retire the side.
Nothing across in the bottom of the first. Great Lakes 1, American 0.
Jim Tomey will lead us off here in the top of the second. Game 10 for each team. And Tomey has not had any official at-bats. You use 25-man rosters, just like you do in real life up until a few years ago when they went to 26. So Tomey getting his first at-bat here against Radbourne, who used up 22 of his 145 pitches. Tannehill could also go 145. That's a walk for Tomey. So he gets the Great Lakes team off to a good start here in the top of the second. Trammell, 10 for 32, 3 runs scored, 313. 1 double, 7 runs scored, OPS at 697. Line drive to Dunlop, another guy who can play the infield and pitch. For the second out, we have Johnny Bench up, 192, 5 for 26, a triple, 2 RBI, and an OPS at 483. And that's a base hit to left field, and Bench gets in there before the throw of Harry Stovey could get to second base. Tomey only moved up 2 bases, did not score. So with runners in second, third, it's the pitcher, Jesse Tannehill, who is 3 for 9 so far, a good hitting pitcher. 333, he had a double in earlier play, his OPS of 777. Was a good hitting pitcher, he hit 258. Popped it up, and Browning with the put out for the second out. So back to the top of the order, and Al Kaline getting his first at bat because, as you might remember, Ty Cobb got thrown out in the first inning. You know, Cobb being Cobb. 4 for 9, 444, runs scored, and an OPS at 888. Dunlop catches the grounder over to Orr, side retired.
No errors. Great Lakes 1, American 0.
Kaufman Stadium in 2025 was a little bit of a pitcher's park. You see these stats there. Lefties hit for average just 1% better. We go to Harry Stovey now, who is 6 for 27, 3 runs scored, a double, 1 homer, and 4 RBI. He also has a stolen base, and his OPS is at 734. Tannehill deals, and it's a strikeout. Number 1. Rasty Wright, or Rosty Wright. Not sure about the pronunciation. He is 2 for 13, 154 so far this season. 1 hit, OPS at 368. Popped up to right, and Paul Wainer with the put out for the second out, bringing up Fred Dunlop. Dunlop is 7 for 26, 269, 4 runs scored, 2 doubles, and a triple. OPS at 768, better than it should be. Line drive to Greenberg.
Nothing across in the bottom of the second. Great Lakes 1, American 0.
Charlie Gehringer leading it off in the top of the third. Great Lakes coming in 5 and 4, and the American Pioneers have surprised, I think, a lot of people because of their poor fielders. As you see it there, you got a lot of fielders who could make errors. So these errors could come in bunches for them. I think they've surprised everybody by starting off going 6 and 3. So Gehringer 1 for 1 today, hitting 225. Soft line drive, and an injury to Old Haas. So Radbourn is getting checked out. He is finished for today. And we got a lot of options here to go to. So I am going to look at pitchers who have not. We're going to go with Adonis Terry. And Terry will be given time to warm up,
Pitching
of course.
For American, Adonis Terry.
He's already pitched 1 inning, as you see there. His ERA is a voluminous 45. He gave up 6 hits and walked 1. Let's see how he did in that one inning. It was against the Southwest Crushers. I think that's a game we did here earlier in the season where they were blown away 16-2. One of those games where they gave up a lot of errors, and he gave up 5 runs, all of them earned. So this will be his first appearance since that debacle against Southwest. Southwest, by the way, a combination of the Arizona Diamondbacks, the Colorado Rockies, the Houston Colt 45s / Astros, and the Texas Rangers. So Paul Wainer stepping up 1 for 1. He has a double already. To Terry over to Orr for the first out. Terry can go 70 pitches before we will need to replace him. Hank Greenberg walked in the first inning. No, it was a sac fly, so it doesn't count as an at-bat, but he brought in the only run. Hit pretty good to center, but Jake Stencil
Nothing
with the play.
In the top of the third, Great Lakes 1, Pioneers 0.
So Fred Carroll stepping in. He is 2 for 20, 100. 3 RBIs scored, OPS down at 282. And that's a great play by Al Kaline, catching a sinking line drive for the first out. We go to Adonis Terry. He has had 4 at-bats, actually, because he could also play outfield in the field, so he's had more at-bats than probably should have. He hits lefties 246. And he should be hitting 234 if you average everything. So 0 for 4. Let's see if Terry can get something going here. This is a pop fly, and Gehringer is going to get to that for the second out. And we go to the top of the order, and Pete Browning, who today is 0 for 1, hitting 182. He walks. And Danny Lyons is 0 for 1, hitting aught. Fly to Wainer, he catches it.
No runs, no hits, no errors. Great Lakes 1, Pioneers 0.
We will be back tomorrow with another game from the from the America 250 Super Season League. Frank Robinson is 0 for 1, hitting 2 for 27, 074. To Terry over to the first baseman Orr for the putout. Jim Tomei is up. Still no official at bat. He walked in inning number 2. That's a walk, and Tomei gets aboard. Alan Trammell 0 for 1. He is hitting .303. Popped it up. Browning will get to that, we think, and yes, that will be out number 2. Johnny Bench, 1 for 1, a double earlier. Lions to Orr, side retired.
Nothing across in the top of the 4th, Great Lakes 1, American 0.
So Jake Stencil back up. He was hit by a pitch in his original at-bat in the first inning. Tannehill has yet to surrender a hit. The infield playing their corners in. So as you know my strategy for playing in the time travel league, that if they show something, we give them what they don't want, which is Stencil swinging away, and that's a fly to K-line for the first out, the bottom of the 4th. Orr is 0 for 1, hitting .243. That's also hit the center. K-line on his horse, making the put out for out number 2, bringing up Harry Stovey, 0 for 1 and a K. There's the first hit for the Pioneers. So Stovey aboard. Rasty Wright is 0 for 1, hitting .143. They check on Stovey. He is back. Only 35% chance that he could steal second with the great arm of Johnny Bench. So we're not going to run here. Tannehill to Greenberg, side retired.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, Great Lakes 1, Pioneers 0.
So Tannehill will hit for himself to lead off the top of the 5th. He is 0 for 1, hitting .300. Dunlop to Orr for the first out on a grounder. Al Kaline is 0 for 1, hitting .400. Well hit off the wall, and Kaline goes into second with a double, which is his first of the season. And Charlie Gehringer is 1 for 2. Stay tuned after the game. We will have recaps of the other games that were played in the American 250 Super Season this day. All American players, no foreigners. A league Donald Trump would love. Oh, and a double up there.
1 hit, no errors, Great Lakes 1, Pioneers 0.
A 4-6 double play gets us to the bottom of the 5th. And Fred Dunlop, who is 0 for 1. Terry's on 27 pitches. He will likely bat here in the bottom of the 5th. And Tannehill punches out his second victim. Fred Carroll is 0 for 1, hitting .095, 2 for 21. Over the season, Tomei, Greenberg, second out. Donis Terry is 0 for 1, 0 for 5 for the season. Tomei, Greenberg, another ground out.
No runs, no hits, no errors, Great Lakes 1, American 0.
Top of the 6th, updating the weather. It is 55 degrees now. Clear skies, winds calm. And fans here at Kaufman are donning sweaters and jackets and vests. And Paul Wainer is 1 for 2 with a double. He hits it nicely, a base hit to right. Wainer had 3,000 hits plus in his career. His brother Lloyd also played in the majors. Hank Greenberg 0 for 1 and a ribby, hitting .167. Hit well to left, and forget about that one. That's a home run for Hammer and Hank, and it's 3-0 now, Great Lakes. Frank Robinson 0 for 2. No thought about pulling Adonis Terry yet. He's there to try to soak up as many innings as possible with Radburn getting hurt. That's a base hit down the left field line, and Robinson will get to second base with a double. On this August 21st, 2026, high school football beginning in a lot of states, including this great state of Florida, where I am, Jim Tomei. 2 walks, no official at-bats this game or in the season. That's a walk. Alan Trammell 0 for 2, 294. Lions to Orr to get the ground out. That allowed the other runners to move up. Robinson's at third, and Tomei is at second. Already 2 runs in for the Great Lakes Sharks as Johnny Bench is 1 for 2 with a double. Pitcher will hit next. Stovey catching it, Robinson scoring on the sac fly, and it is 4-0. Now, obviously, you keep Tannehill in He has been pitching well. He's only used up 47 pitches over 5 innings, about to pitch the 6th, and he is 0 for 2, hitting .273 for the season. Pink Holly, a surprise decision here. They're going to bring in Pink Holly to pitch. Okay. And that's a strikeout.
3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Great Lakes 4, Pioneers 0.
Let's finish up business because I couldn't show you because I had already allowed the computer to execute. Pink Holly. This is his first time pitching. So that in his first pitching appearance has already produced a strikeout. So Pete Browning comes up in the bottom of the 6th. He is 0 for 1 and a walk. That's going to be a base hit to left center. So Browning at 36%. We're not going to run him. Not with that great arm of Johnny Bench's. And Denny Lyons is up. He is the second hitting third baseman, 0 for 2. No batting average on 3 at-bats. That's going to be his first base hit. And Lyons beats the throw for Frank Robinson into second with a double. Bringing up Jake Stencil, who is 0 for 1, was hit by a pitch earlier. This is up the middle, drops for a base hit, 2-run score. Stencil with a 2 RBI single to make it 4-2, and that gets the crowd here at Kansas City going. Dave Orr is 0 for 2. He does have a homer to his credit, and he can hit lefties at .368. That's a K for Tannehill. That is his third. Harry Stovey now with 1 out. 1 for 2 and a K. With throw to first, the runner is going to be back. Stovey, 1 for 2 and a K, as we were saying just a moment ago. And Tannehill punches up K number 4. Rasty White, Rasty White. That's a tough name to say. Is up 0 for 2 today. 133 for the season. They check on Stencil. He goes back. And that's right. 6-4 put out on the grounder.
3 hits, no errors. Great Lakes 4, Pioneers 2.
So the good news for the Pioneers in the bottom of the 6th is they pick up 2 runs to counter the 3 that the Great Lakes scored in the top of the 6th. But the bad news is they still trail by 2. K-Line is 1 for 2 and a double. Base hit, yes. And right collecting that. K-Line aboard. He is now 6 for 12 to start the season, 500. Charlie Gehringer, 1 for 3, 214 for the season. Hit well to right. Right going back, making the play at the wall. Lloyd Wainer, 2 for 3. Browning, Orr for the ground out. And with 2 outs, it's up to Hank Greenberg, who homered in his last at-bat, has 3 RBIs today. This is hit well, but Stovey's going to get to that. Side retired.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors. Great Lakes 4, American 2.
There you see the story. It's Great Lakes 4, American 2. Ty Cobb got ejected on the very first at-bat of the game. Good job, Ty. And one of the highlights of the game has been Jin Tomey, who is yet to have an at-bat because he has walked thrice in this game. Fred Dunlap up. Hawley has pitched well for the Pioneers. Has only used up 16 pitches. We'll see if he gets pulled for a pinch hitter here. Dunlop is 0 for 2 and a K, 250 for the season. Fly ball has Robinson chasing but making the play at the warning track. 1 gone. Carroll is 0 for 2, hitting .091 for the playoffs, but it's early yet in the season. Sharp. Fly ball to center, K-Line making the play. Now, Pink Holly Hits 185 against lefty, so I'm going to make the decision to pinch hit here. Okay. Looking at the numbers, well, Buck Ewing's my last catcher. We have a lot of pitchers who could hit. We're going to go to Sam Thompson.
Pinch hitting for American, Sam Thompson.
This will be his first at-bat of the season. Had an RBI. Must have sac-flied somebody. Hit well to right field, but Wayner there to make the grab.
No hits, no errors. Great Lakes 4, Pioneers 2.
Okay, so with 2 outs to cover, we still could... I don't want to use pitchers that have pitched recently. We'll go with Bill Hutchinson. Hitting in the 9 position.
American, Bill Hutchinson.
This will be his first work. He has not pitched in any games. And he will face the unenviable task of facing Frank Robinson, who is 1 for 3 and a double, hitting 103 in this early season. Lions, oh, he bobbles that. And that's what I was talking about earlier in the game. You never know when the Pioneers are going to make an error because you have a lot of players with very low fielding percentages. So Robinson will be the beneficiary there. He goes to first, and Jim Tomei up, 3 walks. That's going to drop for a base hit, moving Robinson to second and Tomei to first on the single. Alan Trammell is 0 for 3, hitting 286, 10 for 35. That is K number 1 for Hutch. Should hold opponents to a 223 clip. Johnny Bench is 214, 1 for 2, a double and an RBI. Lyons, oh, another error by Denny Lyons. It's going to load the bases now. 2 errors for the Pioneers, and Lyons has made both of them. Jesse Tannehill up, who is 0 for 3 and a K, so the pitcher is going to hit. And why wouldn't you let him hit here? That's a K for Hutchinson, his second. Back to the top of the order, and Al Kaline. Actually, the 5th time through for Great Lakes. Remember, Cobb was the leadoff man who got ejected in the first inning. 2 for 3 and a double. Hit well to right center. Right will make the play to retire the side.
Runs, 1 hit, 2 errors. Great Lakes 4, American 2.
4-9-0 for the Great Lakes Sharks. 9 left on base. The Pioneers have a 2-4-2 on the board with 4 men left on base. Top of the order for the Pioneers, and Pete Browning is 1 for 2 and a walk. Hit well to right, left center make that, and Al Kaline moves to his right, makes the play, and he has made some great plays in favor of Ty Cobb today. Lyons is 1 for 3 and a double. Drops for a base hit, and he's got another double. 2 doubles today. Jake Stencil is 1 for 2, 2 RBI. Hit by pitch. He's only hitting 136, but he's got power in that at bat for a 19th century player. Hit well to right center. Kaline with the play for the second out. A web gem. And I would agree with that. That'll allow Lyons to go to third. And Dave Orr is now 0 for 3 with a K, hitting 231. Greenberg to Tannehill covering first.
1 hit, no errors. Great Lakes 4, American 2.
So Hutchinson's going to see his second inning of work. He can go 70 pitches. He's got Charlie Gehringer to look at here, the lefty, who is 1 for 4, hitting 209. Browning, Orr, 1 out. Paul Wayner is 2 for 4 with a double. Hit well to left, but Stovey coming in, making the play on a sinking fly. And Hank Greenberg, 1 for 3, a homer and 3 RBI. That's K number 3 for Hutchinson.
No hits, no errors. Great Lakes 4, American 2.
To the bottom of the ninth, and Harry Stovey, who is 1 for 3. Hit well to center. Kaline going back, making the play. Pinch hitter coming in for right. We got anybody who could play right? Well, we got Jim McTammany. And we're going to put in Buck Ewing.
Pinch hitting for American, Buck Ewing.
Ewing hitting 179, 5 for 28, so he's played in a lot of games. 7 runs scored, a homer, an RBI, 3 stolen bases. Tannehill, Gehringer to Greenberg, down to the last out for the American Pioneers, and Fred Dunlop is 0 for 3 with a K. Popped it up. Wayner procures the win for the Great Lakes Sharps. Now move to 6-4 on the year, and the Pioneers are going to fall to 6-4.
The final score from Kaufman Stadium: Great Lakes 4, American 2. Jesse Tannehill picks up the win. He is now 2-0. Old Hoss Radbourne picks up the loss. He is now 2-1. Hank Greenberg hit home run number 1 on the season. Time of the game: 2 hours, 28 minutes.
So Radbourne was only injured for this game. He will be back. Jesse Tannehill, very wisely so, picks up Player of the Game honors. And, of course, Ty Cobb got heaved-hoved in the first bat of the game. So American and Great Lakes are both going to go to 6-4. They play in opposite divisions, so American will still have a half-game lead. Let's show you what happened in the other games this day in the America 250 Super Season. If the game will cooperate, and let me show you. Hello? There we go. We'll just play the games out automatically and point out anything that happened. In Canada, I think this is the Rogers Center. It might be Jarry Park, but I think this is Rogers. In Toronto, it was Pacific 4-3 over Canada. The Pacific Powers are all the West Coast teams: Padres, Angels, Dodgers, A's when they were in Oakland, and now in Sacramento, of course. The Giants and the Seattle Mariners and Pilots got the 4-3 win. Warren Cromartie had a big day for Canada, 2 for 4, a double and a triple. What a pitching matchup here between Midwest and Southeast. And it was won by Midwest 8-3. The Rogers Hornsby, 2 for 4, a homer. And it was Gibson over Maddox. Beantown visiting Chicagoland. Let's see what happened there. Oh, a shutout for... Oh, look at that. We had a no-hitter by Clarkson. John Clarkson. And that's our first no-hitter in the season. 1 walk, 8 Ks. And he held Boston hitless. And they had some pretty good hitters. We'll see the line score on Clarkson. 1 walk, 8 Ks, 88 pitches was all it took for Clarkson to get the first no-hitter in America 250 Super Season history. We now look at the Southwest team, the Crushers, against Mid-Atlantic, which is... Southwest, I think we told you already that Southwest is Colorado, Arizona, Houston, Texas. Mid-Atlantic is the Philadelphia teams, the Washington Senators, the Washington Nationals, and Baltimore. And the winner here was Mid-Atlantic, 2-1. Delahanty had a big game. And Goffin and National are going to be our game tomorrow. Amos Ruzzi, who is an old New York Giants, against Taylor. National heroes are basically players that the other teams did not pick that were from this century. Josh Gibson and Satchel Paige are on the National Heroes. And it was Lou Gehrig, 2 for 4, a homer, 2 RBI, and a losing effort. Early win getting the win over Ruzzi. A 4-3 win. So let's show you the matchups tomorrow, the 19th, in game calendar parlance. And the game we will be doing Gotham at National at Field of Dreams Park in Dyersville, Iowa. It's going to be Satchel Paige on the bump against Chesborough. And we'll look at the standings as they get updated right before your very eyes. A no-hitter by Clarkson for Chicagoland. That was quite an interesting stat to behold. You are going to update the stats, aren't you, computer? There we go. And it's now updated. You got a four-way tie in the West. Pacific, Midwest, National American, all 6-4. Mid-Atlantic and Boston at 7-3. Great Lakes one game behind at 6-4. By the way, we will use the same playoff format. The East winners, the West winners get in, and the next two teams after that, the wild cards, will all make the playoffs, and we'll have the best of sevens like we did in the Time Travel League. So I hope you enjoyed today's game. I enjoyed bringing it to you, and we will be back tomorrow for Gotham at National. And until then, this has been Big Polly. Godspeed, God bless. We'll do it all again soon, and bye-bye for now, everybody. Brother.